And just lastly, you mentioned wanting the undisputed belt after this. A lot of questions about Conor McGregor and defending the title against him after this. How real do you think that could be? And I assume if you were to fight Conor, it would have to be at 170. So was that appeal to you as well?
Você falou sobre lutar pelo cinturão, os leves depois, você já comentou sobre isso, mas também fala-se de Conor McGregor, sempre ficou essa coisa no ar de você lutar contra o Conor. O quão real é você lutar contra o Conor, que talvez quisesse esse cinturão BMF, e que teria que ser nos meio-médios? Como é que você sente em relação a lutar contra o Conor?
Cara, na realidade, sendo bem verdadeiro, mais uma vez, a vontade de lutar pelo Conor é pelo dinheiro. Simplesmente isso.
Being truthful, I've always been, and I'll be it again, to fight Conor, it would be for the money. That's it. Simply that.
And the only thing that Conor has ever sold, and by sell, I mean the only thing that he's presented that he has that he doesn't, is power. Very smart. In this industry, you do not want to look like a guy that does not.
The looming White House fight card is swelling with ever bigger names, each one clawing for the spotlight as the tension ratchets higher. Mere days before he's set to collide with Max Holloway in the octagon, a former champion is already peering past that clash, eyes locked on one of combat sport's most electrifying icons, Conor McGregor. As whispers and challenges ripple through the roster, every fighter itching to stake their claim, Oliveira decisively throws his hat into the storm, making it clear he isn't just waiting in line, he's gunning straight for the chaos and the glory that comes with facing a legend.
Conor's made it pretty open that he'll fight anybody, but I need you to be aware that that is one of the tactics and one of the things within this game. And I do wonder that. I wonder that with John Jones as well. Some of these guys that we don't see fighting 3 times a year, they contractually have to be offered that, and I believe are. And I just wish I had that information. I would be very curious. Who were you offered? When were you offered him? And why did you turn it down? I would just be curious to that. So when Conor says I'm going to fight her at the White House or in the... Okay, that means he's not fighting the White House. Now, that's old news. I brought that to you months ago that Conor's not on the White House card. But him revealing this himself and saying I'm fighting on the White House or in the summer or somewhere thereabouts.
Even Max Holloway hasn't stayed silent, openly reflecting on a chapter of his career he's desperate to rewrite. The former featherweight champion recently revealed that a rematch with Conor McGregor isn't just tempting, it's the perfect stage to settle lingering scores. Holloway admitted that the thrill of facing opponents who once bested him fires a rush he can't ignore. Yet for him, this pursuit isn't driven by revenge alone, it's a test of evolution, a chance to showcase just how far he's come since that first brutal encounter, and to prove that the fighter who walks into the octagon this time is not the one who left it defeated.
We'll see what happens, and sometimes I feel silly asking you about Conor McGregor, but he is right there. He is, you're still in the title picture, so why would you be thinking about Conor McGregor? But it would be a really fun fight. I know you've wanted it in the past, so
yeah, it'd be a fun fight. I mean, getting one back against everybody who got one over me would be awesome. So yeah, thank you.
And McGregor's name isn't just echoing through Holloway and Oliveira's camps. Another fierce contender has made it unmistakably clear there's a fight missing from his legacy. Justin Gash revealed that despite sharing the octagon with countless legends over his career, one name has always eluded him, Conor McGregor. That gap haunts him, a glaring unfinished chapter that refuses to fade, and Gash hasn't hidden his obsession with closing it. Every victory, every highlight reel, only sharpens the edge of that desire, marking McGregor as the one clash he is determined to finally make real, no matter the chaos it might unleash.
Dude, I fought only legends.
Yeah.
Who could that? I mean,
anyone get
McGregor, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, outside that, there's really nobody else I could ask for that I haven't fought.
As the swirling speculation intensifies, McGregor himself has poured gasoline onto the fire. Chael Sonnen reports that McGregor has teased a return this summer, yet the opponent and venue remain shrouded in ambiguity, leaving fans and fighters alike on edge. Sonnen remarked bluntly, if Conor was to pop up on it, right there would be meaningful for whatever that was. Beyond the uncertainty, he emphasized McGregor's unmatched leverage. Simply being under contract transforms any promotion into a spectacle, his mere presence electrifying the stage until an official bout is confirmed. That air of mystery surrounding McGregor's next move keeps the fight world in a constant state of suspense. Every rumor, every hint magnified as everyone waits for the explosive reveal.
I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight this summer. And he's making it clear that he doesn't know. I mean, he's dropping the veil. I don't know if it's the White House or this summer or somewhere thereabouts, which is a very real way of saying I got nothing. I got nothing booked. I have no clarity. And I do often wonder, and I wish I had access to this information, but so you guys understand, like from a political side, one of the great values of Conor McGregor and keeping Conor is to keep him from going somewhere else. And there's very few guys that are, but Conor is a star. If Conor was to pop up on, you fill in the blank, but if Conor was to pop up on, it right there would be meaningful for whatever that was. So one of the great values in Conor is to keep him. If he's going to offer the only monetizable commodity that a fighter has, which is the fight, the performance itself.
Then Sonnen peeled back the curtain on McGregor's latest statements, revealing the strategy behind the spectacle. While Conor seems poised to take on anyone, Sonnen explained it's largely calculated theater. Mentions of the White House card or a summer showdown don't signify anything set in stone. Fighters of McGregor's caliber are bound by contracts that require him to be offered bouts, and keeping him tethered to a promotion is as much about controlling a superstar as it is about lining up a fight. The outcome is a volatile cocktail of hype and ambiguity, leaving the entire fight world suspended in a tense, electrifying limbo, eagerly waiting for the moment the curtain finally rises.
Pretty open that he'll fight anybody, but I need you to be aware that that is one of the tactics and one of the things within this game. And I do wonder that. I wonder that with John Jones as well. You know, some of these guys that we don't see fighting 3 times a year, they contractually have to be offered that, and I believe are. And I just wish I had that information. I would be very curious. Who were you offered? When were you offered him? And why did you turn it down? I would just be curious to that. So when Conor says I'm going to fight at the White House or in the... Okay, that means he's not fighting the White House. Now, that's old news. I brought that to you months ago that Conor's not on the White House card. But him revealing this himself and saying I'm fighting on the White House or in the summer or somewhere thereabouts.
On the other side of the cage, with the BMF fight looming, perceptions are shifting. When the belt first emerged, many dismissed it as a gimmick, a flashy novelty lost in the shuffle of the division. But Charles Oliveira sees it in a completely different light, especially witnessing Max Holloway's relentless ascent. Olivia argues that every fighter who's held the belt has written their own chapter, but Holloway's journey has infused it with real significance, turning the once playful trophy into a symbol of true ambition. Now, the BMF title carries weight, a prize fighters don't just chase, they fight to conquer, each bout escalating its prestige and staking their legacy in a game that has suddenly become deadly serious.
The belt was first introduced, that sometimes people sort of spoke down on it, and now there's this idea that Max Holloway has turned this belt into something important. Do you agree that Max has turned this belt into something that fighters should want to take, or is it just, hey, a belt is a belt?
Cara, eu acho que cada teve a sua importância. Quando começou, como foi, da forma que foi, agora o Max vindo fazendo a história dele, eu acho que cada teve ponto, uma chave para poder fazer cada vez mais valer esse cinturão.
I think each and every fighter that actually has held it has had its importance and giving it its importance. And I think that they've had their ways, and now Max has found a way to give it even more importance to a belt.
Oliveira then revealed the intense experience of training alongside the legendary Damian Maia, underlining the explosive value of merging 2 elite MMA minds ahead of his next fight. He described it as nothing short of incredible, lauding Maia's flawless technique both standing and on the mat, as well as his razor-sharp fight IQ. The sessions, he explained, were grueling and laser-focused, each drill sharpening strategy, timing, and mental toughness. Having a mentor of Maia's stature in camp, Oliveira said, transforms preparation, instills unshakable confidence, and pushes a fighter beyond limits, a rare collaboration he cherishes and credits for elevating every aspect of his game.
Question, you posted working with Damian Maia. Obviously, you're both so well known for your submissions. Can you just talk a little bit about what it's like when 2 great jiu-jitsu minds like you two work together?
Cara, com certeza, 100%. Lembrando para todo mundo, a gente não tá fazendo jiu-jitsu, tá assim MMA. Damian é um cara gigante, um cara que tem uma história linda dentro do UFC. Né? É um cara que tanto em pé como no chão é muito bom, sabe, tem a mentalidade, sabe fazer. Então a gente treinamos, se dedicamos. É muito bom ter um cara ali que pode te ajudar, pode falar coisas boas para ti. Então eu sou muito grato por Damian ter pelo segundo campo junto com a gente.
This is huge, and I just want to remind everybody, this is not jiu-jitsu, we're actually doing MMA, so it's important to have somebody like him that it's just obviously we put the work together, we got together, we made it happen, we dedicate ourselves to this. It's so good to actually have somebody to, saying positive things, just kind of pulling you up and helping you out. So it was pretty cool to have him in his second camp.
After honing his skills alongside legends like Damian Maia, Oliveira now turns his sights to the ultimate test, the BMF title. Holloway doesn't mince words about the threat he faces, labeling Oliveira a genuine BMF and dismissing the notion that this is a simple striker versus grappler matchup. He points out that many of Oliveira's submission victories come only after he has already dismantled opponents on the feet, a lethal combination of precision striking and finishing instinct that makes him unpredictably dangerous for the belt. With both fighters packing elite skills and explosive power, this rematch promises to be one of the most electrifying BMF showdowns ever. Holloway admits, though, that their first clash left a sense of incompleteness, a fight officially on record but never fully settled, a loose end he's desperate to tie. Now, fueled and focused, he's determined to set the record straight and show the world the truth of what happens when two elite fighters collide again. His hunger extends beyond redemption. It's a fight to cement his place at the top of the division. Outside the octagon, Holloway's signature finger point down moment has taken on a life of its own. Once his personal trademark, it's now been mimicked globally, sometimes losing its original spark, but he remains unfazed. That simple gesture has become larger than MMA, inspiring fans worldwide, from casual viewers to someone halfway across the globe buying his shirt just because of that iconic clip. Holloway embraces it as proof that some moments transcend the sport, and if others chase that energy, that's entirely on them.
The finger point down, right, has taken on a life of its own. I feel like you always did that because, let's be honest, you're one of the coolest guys on the roster and it's a very cool thing to do. And now we're seeing other guys do it and it's not that cool. It's actually kind of shit when they do it. Do you feel like, hey, maybe I'm going to have to retire this thing because other guys are jacking my style and making it bad?
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, we can't take it back. And if they're just going to keep, you know, in your words, butchering it, I mean, that's on them, you know. I think that moment transcended the sport, and it was amazing. You know, I was saying in an interview, I saw someone with my shirt on, and I was like, oh, sick shirt. And being like, oh, man, they're losing their mind was me. But then they was like telling me, I'm not even an MMA fan. I saw this clip, and then I saw your shirt at Pakistan. That's why I bought it. So that's how cool that moment was, you know. And if guys are looking for that type of moment and that type of feeling, you know.
When it comes to the fight itself, Holloway knows Oliveira can claim every option, stand and trade, defend takedowns, but he feels no intimidation. He trusts his full arsenal, including submission skills that few have truly witnessed in the octagon. The idea of submitting the UFC's top submission artist is the kind of high-stakes, electrifying BMF moment that fuels Holloway's fire. When fight night arrives, all the chatter, hype, and bravado will be resolved where it counts, inside the cage. And make no mistake, Holloway is prepared to lay everything on the line, showcasing not only his skill but his heart, proving once more why he stands among MMA's fiercest, most relentless warriors.
Charles did that Q&A with a bunch of Brazilian fans, and he said that for the point down, he has the option to stand and bang with you because he knows he can do that, but you don't have the option to take him down based on his skill set. You've also said it would be pretty BMF to submit the guy with the most submissions in the UFC. Are people overlooking your submission skills in the octagon?
I mean, it is what it is, you know. Like I didn't get to show too much of my submission skills in the octagon anyway, but that would be pretty BMF, right? That'd be pretty BMF to go get it, submit the submission artist. That would be amazing. But you know, Charles can say whatever he wants. He can say whatever. I can say whatever I want. Come Saturday night, we get to find out. That's the beautiful.
On the other hand, Tom Aspinall is raising the alarm ahead of UFC 326, cautioning that Charles Oliveira must avoid the chaos Max Holloway unleashed in those heart-stopping final 10 seconds. Recalling the dramatic finish that left Justin Gaethje reeling in Vegas, Aspinall emphasizes that Oliveira deserves more than to be caught in a last-moment maelstrom. It's a pointed warning from one fighter to another before the cage doors lock, a reminder that in MMA, every second carries weight and a single misstep can upend everything, even dreams of stepping into the octagon with someone like Conor McGregor.
We don't want to see the last 10-second madness from Oliveira. Obviously I'm a big fan of both guys. I think if you're involved in MMA and you like it and you like watching it and you're a fan of the sport, you can't not be a fan of these guys. These guys are both very good. I would rather, after seeing what happened to poor Justin Gaethje when we were there live in Vegas, nobody else should have to suffer the same fate, especially not.
What do you make of Charles Oliveira setting his sights on Conor McGregor as his next target? Could he really topple one of the sport's biggest icons, or is this a step too far? Share your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth fight breakdowns, analysis, and the latest MMA action.